Good afternoon, all of you. Today I am going to the fourth unit hydraulic turbines. Okay, I already explained the what is a turbine, what is a prime mover, and what is the purpose of a turbine. The simple diagram of a hydroelectric power plant, and next classifications of the hydraulic turbines. Classifications of the hydraulic turbines. Hydraulic turbines are divided into according to the action of the water flowing and according to the direction of water flowing and according to the head and according to the specific speed. Okay, the turbines are classifications of four types. First one, according to the action of the water flowing. Okay, according to the action of the water flowing. Action of the water flowing is first one, impulse turbine. Second one, reaction turbine. Impulse turbine means example of Pelton wheel turbine. Impulse turbine, the example of Pelton wheel. Reaction turbine, the examples of Francis turbine and Kaplan turbine. Reaction turbine ki examples are Francis and Kaplan turbine. Impulse turbine ki examples of Pelton wheel turbine. Next, according to the direction of flow. According to the direction of flow. Next, according to the head. Okay, according to the direction of flow. First one, tangential flow turbine. Tangential flow turbine, radial flow turbine, and axial flow turbine, and mixed flow turbine. So, tangential means the water is flowing into the tangential direction. Okay, the examples of tangential turbine means Pelton wheel turbine, and radial turbine means old Francis turbine, and axial flow turbine means Kaplan turbine, and mixed flow turbine means okay Francis turbine, and mixed means radial and axial flows are available. Okay, next according to the action of water. Okay, according to the action of water, impulse Pelton wheel turbine, reaction turbines are Francis and Kaplan turbines. Okay, next according to the head based high head turbines, medium head turbines, and low head turbines. High head turbines and medium head turbines and low head turbines. High head turbines means above 250 meters, that is called a high head turbine. Medium head turbine means okay 60 meters to 250 meters between medium head turbines. Okay, low head turbine means less than 60 meters are called low head turbines. Okay, high head turbines ki examples are Pelton wheel. Medium head turbines ki examples are modern Francis turbine. Low head turbines ki examples are Kaplan turbine. Okay, next according to the specific speed of the turbines. Okay, according to the specific speed ante according to the specific speed of the turbines. Specific speed ante based on speed based. Okay, low specific speed turbines and medium specific speed turbines and high specific speed turbines. Okay, low specific speed means 10 to 35. Okay, 10 to 35 low specific speed. Speed units are RPM. Okay, medium specific speed means 60 to 400. Okay, high specific speed means 300 to 1000. Okay, high specific speed means 300 to 1000. Okay, low specific speed means 10 to 35. Okay, low specific speed turbines are examples Pelton wheel turbine. Medium specific speeds ki Francis turbine. High specific speeds ki Kaplan turbine. Okay, these are the classifications of turbines. The classifications of turbines are very, very most important topic. Okay, first one is action of the water flowing. That one is impulse reaction. Impulse ke example Pelton wheel. Reaction ke example Francis and Kaplan. Next, according to the direction of flow, tangential flow, reaction flow, axial flow, radial flow. This is the direction of flow of water. Next, according to the head, head based, high head, medium head, low head. High head examples, Pelton wheel. Medium head example, modern Francis. Low head example, Kaplan turbine. Okay, according to the specific speed, low specific speed, medium specific speed, high specific speed. Low specific speed key example, Pelton wheel. Medium specific speed key, Francis turbine. High specific speed key, Kaplan turbine. These are the classifications of turbine. Next, Pelton wheel turbine. Okay, construction and working of Pelton wheel turbine. A Pelton wheel turbine consists of a rotor, the periphery of which are mounted equally spaced double hemispherical or double ellipsoidal buckets. Okay, as shown in the figure, this is the Pelton wheel. In this Pelton wheel turbine, only 6 main components: penstock, nozzle, runner, brake nozzle, outcasing, covering mechanism. Okay, this is the penstock device. Okay, this is the nozzle. This is the spare. Okay, this is the buckets and runner. Okay, the brake nozzle. Okay, this is the casing. Okay, this is the turbine. Turbine rotating on a small shaft. Okay, the water is entering into the nozzle. Okay, ante the penstock pipe is end is connected with a nozzle. The water is entering into the nozzle. The nozzle purpose is the pressure energy is converted into the kinetic energy. The water is flowing into the high velocity with the jet of water. Okay, the water is coming into the penstock and leaving into the nozzle and to strike the buckets. Okay, next the wheel is rotating. The wheel is connected to the small hub. The hub is connected with the shaft. The shaft is connected with the generator. Okay, the wheel is rotating. The shaft is rotating. The shaft rotating. The twisting movement of energy is converted into the electrical energy by using of a generator. This is a Pelton wheel turbine. This is a tangential flow turbine. Okay, na? The water is direction is tangential direction. Okay, next. The work done and efficiency of a Pelton wheel. Okay, as shown in the figure, N is the speed of the wheel. D is the diameter of the wheel. Small d is the diameter of the jet. U is the peripheral velocity of runner, that equal to pi dn by 60. Okay, next. This is the velocity triangle. Okay, we can draw the velocity triangle of a bucket. This is a hemispherical bucket. The water is entering in this side. Okay, leaving is in this side. This is the inlet diagram. This is the outlet diagram. Okay, U1, here, V1, V2, VF2, VR2, U2, VW2. These are the outlet diagram of the parameters. Okay, next. V1 is absolute velocity of water at inlet, and VR1 is jet velocity relative to the vane at inlet. Alpha is the angle between the direction of jet and direction of motion of the vane. This is the guide vane angle. Theta is the angle made by the relative velocity with the direction of motion at inlet of the triangle diagram. That is the vane angle at inlet. VW1, VF1, the components of velocity of the jet V1. Next, VW1 is also velocity of aerial at inlet. VF1 is also velocity of flow at inlet. V2, velocity of jet leaving the vane. VR2, relative velocity of the jet at respect to the vane at outlet. Okay, in this diagram, V1 or VR1 and VW1 and VF1, these terms are inlet triangle. Okay, V2, VR2, VF2, VW2, these are the outlet triangles. And pi and beta outlet angles. Pi means the angle made by the relative velocity VR2 with the direction of motion of the vane at outlet, and also called as vane angle at outlet. Next, beta is the angle made by the velocity V2 with the direction of motion and vane at outlet. Next, VW2 and VF2, the components, the velocity V2. Okay, in the direction of motion of vane and perpendicular to the direction of motion of the vane at outlet. VWT is also velocity of aerial at outlet, and VF2 is also the velocity of flow at outlet. Okay, these are the terms. Next, the velocity triangles at inlet at a straight line. Okay, the inlet velocity triangle is straight line. VR1 equal to V1 minus U1 equal to V1 minus U. VW1 equal to V1. And therefore, U1 equal to U2 equal to U. These are the velocity of flow. Next, alpha equal to 0, theta equal to 0. And because of in this diagram is there is no angles of alpha and theta. VW2 equal to U cos pi minus U2. That equal to VR2 cos pi minus U. Okay, now next, this is the force exerted by the jet water in the direction of motion, that equal to F equal to rho A V1 into VW1 plus VW2. Therefore, rho and A are mass density and area. Rho is the density, A is the area of the jet. A that equal to pi by 4 into d square respectively. Now work done by the runner per second, that equal to F into U. F means rho A V1 VW1 plus VW2 into U. U means velocity. The work done per second per unit weight of water striking. Rho A V1 VW1 plus VW2 into U divided by weight of water striking, that equal to 1 by G VW1 plus VW2 into U. This is the work done equation. Next, the kinetic energy of jet per second of mu square of into m means rho A V1 into V1 square, that equal to half into rho A V1 cube. Okay, next, hydraulic efficiency means work done per second by kinetic energy of jet per second, that equal to 2 into VW1 plus VW2 into U divided by V1 square. This is the hydraulic efficiency. From inlet and outlet to from inlet and outlet velocity triangles, we have VW1 equal to VW1 equal to V1 VR1, that equal to V1 minus U1, that equal to V1 minus U. Therefore, VW2 equal to VR2 cos pi minus U2. VW2 equal to VR2 cos pi minus U2, that equal to VR2 cos pi minus U. Therefore, K into VR1 cos pi minus U, that equal to K into V1 minus U cos pi minus U. Substituting the value of VW1 and VW2 in the equation number 2.3, the hydraulic efficiency is 2 into V1 plus K V minus U cos pi minus U into U divided by V1 square, that equal to 2 into V1 minus U 1 plus K cos pi into U by V1 square. Next, the hydraulic efficiency will be maximum per given value of V1. Therefore, d by du into hydraulic efficiency equal to 0. Therefore, hydraulic efficiency equal to 2 into V1 minus U 1 plus cos pi into U divided by V1 square. In this equation, to calculate the dou by dou f of V1 U minus U square equal 0. Next, the efficiency, maximum efficiency equal to 1 plus A cos pi by 2. Therefore, K equal to 1, friction factor, that equal to 1 plus cos pi 2. Okay, next, design aspects of Pelton wheel turbine. The design aspects of Pelton wheel turbine. Velocity of jet. The velocity of jet at inlet is given by V1 equal to CV root of 2GH. Therefore, CV equal to coefficient of velocity, H equal to net head on turbine. Next, velocity of wheel, U equal to KU root of 2GH. Therefore, KU equal to speed ratio. If the varies from 0.43 to 0.48. Next, angle of deflection of the jet. The angle of deflection of the jet through the buckets is taken as 165 degrees if no angle of deflection is given. Next, the mean diameter of the wheel D equal to The mean diameter or pitch diameter D of the Pelton wheel is given by U equal to pi dn by 60. Therefore, D equal to 60 U by pi n. Next, the jet ratio, it is defined as the ratio of the pitch diameter to the wheel diameter. Okay, that equal to capital D by small d. Next, bucket dimension. D equal to 3 to 4D. L equal to 2 to 3D. T equal to 0.8 to 1.2D. The number of buckets. Normally, the Pelton wheel has one nozzle, one jet. However, the number of nozzles may be employed when more power is to be produced with the same wheel. Okay, the number of jets is obtained by dividing by the rate of flow through the turbine by the rate of flow the water through the single jet. The number of buckets Z equal to 15 plus D by 2D, that equal to 15 plus 0.5 M. M means module. Next, the small problem on Pelton wheel turbine. A Pelton wheel is receiving water from a penstock with a grass head of 5-10 meters. One third of grass head lost in friction in the penstock. The rate of flow through the nozzle fitted at the end of the penstock 2.2 meter per second. The angle of deflection is 165 degrees. Determine the power given by the water to the runner, the hydraulic efficiency of the Pelton wheel. Take CV equal to 1.0 and speed ratio equal to 0.45. Okay, now this is the problem. First of all, to write down the given data, grass head HG equal to 510 meters, head loss in the friction HF equal to HG by 3, that equal to 170. Net head H equal to HG minus HF, that equal to 510 minus 170. Next, discharge Q equal to 2.2 meter per second. Angle of deflection 165 degrees. Okay. To draw the velocity triangle. To draw the velocity triangle. This is the velocity triangle of Pelton wheel turbine. Okay. In this angle, phi equal to 180 minus 165. That equal to 15. The 15 means phi. Coefficient of velocity CV equal to 1.0. Speed ratio K equal to 0.45. Okay, next, the power given by the water to the runner. The velocity of jet V1 equal to CV root of 2GH. CV means 1.0 root of 2 into 9.81 into H equal to 340. That equal to 81.67 meter per second. Next, velocity of wheel U equal to KU root of 2GH. K is already given in the problem. To calculate the U equal to 36.75 meter per second. Next, to taken from the velocity triangle, VR1 equal to V1 minus U1, that equal to V1 minus U. Therefore, U1, U2 equal to U. Next, 81.67 minus 36.75, that equal to 44 minus 92 meter per second. Next, VW1 equal to V1, that equal to 81.67 meter per second. From the outlet triangle, VR2 equal to VR1, that equal to 44.92 meter per second, and also VR2 cos phi, that equal to U2 VW2. Therefore, U plus VW2. Next, VW2 equal to VR2 cos phi minus U, that equal to 44.92 cos 15 minus 36.75, that equal to 6.64 meter per second. Therefore, to calculate the work done by the jet on the runner per second, that equal to rho q VW1 plus VW2 into U. Rho means 1000 and discharge means 2.2 into 81.67 plus 6.64 into 36.75, that equal to 71, 39, 86.3 Newton meter per second. Next, to calculate the power given by the water to the runner, that equal to 71, 39, 86, 3 joules per second. Okay, therefore W equal to 7139.8 kilowatts. Okay, next, hydraulic efficiency of the Pelton wheel. Hydraulic efficiency means 2 into VW1 VW2 into U divided by V1 square, that equal to all values are substituted in this equation to calculate the hydraulic efficiency 97.3%. Then alternative equation is VW1 plus VW2 into U divided by GH, and to calculate the hydraulic efficiency is 97.3. Okay. Next problem. This is another problem. A Pelton wheel is having a mean bucket diameter of 1.2 meter, is running at 1000 RPM. The net head of the Pelton wheel is 840 meters. If the side clearance angle is 15 degrees and discharge through the nozzle is 0.12 meter cube per second, determine power available at the nozzle and hydraulic efficiency of the turbine. First of all, to write down the given data, the mean diameter of the Pelton wheel equal to 1.2 meters, the speed of the wheel n equal to 1000 rpm, the triangle velocity of the wheel u equal to pi d into 60, that equal to pi into 1.2 into 1000 by 60, that equal to 62.83 meter per second. Next, net head on the turbine equal to h equal to 840 meters, side clearance angle theta equal to 15 degrees, discharge q equal to 0.12 meter per second.